Hello, everyone. Diabetes is a chronic condition, but today it no longer has to be a death sentence if we take the initiative to learn about it and look after ourselves properly. When blood sugar stays high for too long, glucose that can't get into our cells builds up in the bloodstream, damaging the kidneys, eyes, nerves, and heart. The kidneys work overtime to filter out that excess sugar, leading to frequent urination, protein in the urine, and, eventually, chronic kidney disease. In the eyes, fragile new blood vessels form and bleed, causing swelling in the back of the eye and risking vision loss. Nerve damage in the legs and feet can make them tingle, ache, or even form ulcers that are slow to heal, sometimes leading to tissue death. Meanwhile, hardened arteries quietly raise the chance of heart attack and stroke, which is why people with diabetes are far more likely to have life-threatening cardiovascular events than those without. Clearly, diabetes is about much more than just blood sugar. It's a challenge to the whole body that calls for a scientific, consistent approach to daily living. At its core, diabetes starts when insulin, our body's key for getting glucose into cells, is missing or the body stops responding to it properly. In type 1 diabetes, the immune system mistakenly destroys the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas, leaving the body unable to make its own insulin. Type 2, the more common form, begins when muscle, liver, and fat cells become resistant to insulin. Even though the pancreas still makes insulin, cells stop opening up to let glucose in. Over time, the pancreas can't keep up, insulin production falls, and blood sugar climbs. We also see other forms of diabetes caused by certain medications, pancreatic disease, or pregnancy, each requiring special care. One of the biggest triggers for insulin resistance is diet. High glycemic foods, like white rice, white bread, and boiled potatoes, cause blood sugar to spike right after a meal. These sudden sugar waves put constant stress on the pancreas and metabolic system, accelerating the decline of insulin-producing cells. At the same time, a lack of fiber, especially soluble fiber found in oats, beans, and low-sugar fruits, means the body loses an important buffer that slows carbohydrate absorption and tames blood sugar spikes. On the flip side, insoluble fiber from greens and fruit peels keeps everything moving through your digestive tract, reducing constipation, another common issue as we get older. Lean protein choices also play a huge role in stabilizing blood sugar and overall metabolic health. Foods like salmon, chicken breast, tofu, and plain yogurt not only build and preserve muscle mass, crucial for using up glucose, but also keep you feeling fuller, so you're less tempted by sugary snacks. In contrast, red meat, processed sausages, and other high-fat, high-salt convenience foods can spark inflammation, tipping your metabolism further toward insulin resistance. Healthy fats, like omega-3s from fatty fish, monounsaturated fats from olive oil and avocados, help protect your heart and improve insulin sensitivity, whereas saturated fats from pork fat or hydrogenated spreads raise LDL bad cholesterol and fuel clogged arteries. Beverages matter too. Sodas, bubble tea, and bottled juices pack free sugars, sucrose, high fructose corn syrup, that force your liver to work overtime and store extra fat, especially around your belly. Drinking these regularly not only spikes your blood sugar, but also drives insulin resistance and fatty liver disease. To stay healthy, aim to keep added sugars under 25 grams a day, about 6 teaspoons, and choose water, herbal tea, or unsweetened coffee and tea instead. Beyond diet, a sedentary lifestyle makes diabetes worse. When you don't move enough, your muscles lose their ability to pull glucose out of the blood for energy. Chronic stress and poor sleep disrupt hormones, like cortisol, leptin, and ghrelin, that regulate blood sugar, leaving your body stuck in a state of sugar hunger and driving insulin resistance higher. Skipping breakfast, eating late at night, or binging on midnight snacks throws your body's clock off balance, messing with insulin and glucagon rhythms and destabilizing your blood sugar around the clock. Smoking and heavy drinking don't help either. They both stoke inflammation and further weaken insulin's effects. So how do we flip the script and keep blood sugar steady? First, build a sensible eating routine. Swap white rice for brown rice or oats. Enjoy boiled or baked sweet potatoes. And spread your meals over 5 to 6 smaller portions a day, aiming for about 30 to 45 grams of carbohydrates each time, paired with protein and healthy fats. Start every meal with a generous serving of vegetables or low-sugar fruit to slow down carb absorption by as much as 30%. The balanced plate approach, 1/4 slow carbs, 1/4 lean protein, and half vegetables, makes meal planning simple and sustainable. Here's a sample menu for inspiration. Breakfast: oatmeal cooked in unsweetened nut milk, topped with chia seeds and berries. Mid-morning snack: plain Greek yogurt with a handful of almonds. Lunch: 100 grams of steamed salmon, half a cup of brown rice, and a mixed green salad dressed with olive oil. Afternoon snack: 1 small apple. Dinner: a bowl of vegetable soup with a portion of grilled chicken breast. Evening drink: herbal tea before bed. Drink about 1.5 to 2 liters of water a day and steer clear of processed foods high in salt and preservatives. Exercise is equally vital. Just 30 to 45 minutes of brisk walking most days of the week, along with 2 to 3 strength training sessions using light weights or resistance bands, helps muscles soak up glucose even without insulin and builds lean mass that boosts metabolism. Adding 1 or 2 sessions of yoga or Pilates weekly will improve flexibility, reduce stress, and fine-tune your body's internal clock. Even everyday chores, climbing stairs, gardening, light cleaning, burn glucose and lower your overall risk. If you've done all this and your blood sugar still isn't in range, modern medicine offers many effective treatments. In type 2 diabetes, metformin is usually the first line of defense, and you may add medications like sulfonylureas, DPP-4 inhibitors, SGLT2 inhibitors, or GLP-1 agonists, depending on your needs. For type 1 diabetes, insulin therapy is non-negotiable. Using an insulin pump or smart pen can help you fine-tune dosing. The key is close collaboration between you, your doctor, and a dietitian, tracking your blood sugar daily at home, getting an A1C check every 3 months, and routinely screening your eyes, kidneys, and nerves for early signs of complications. Remember, diabetes isn't an endpoint. It's a wake-up call to pay close attention to every meal, every step, every night's sleep, and every moment of joy with loved ones. By making small, consistent changes, choosing brown rice over white, trading screen time for walks, saying no to that soda, you can keep your blood sugar steady, prevent complications, and enjoy a vibrant, energetic life. Wishing you good health, happiness, and plenty of energy.